What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Austin Davis. If you guys are just tuning in, welcome back. If you are a new viewer, welcome to my channel where I talk about all things small business, specifically pressure washing, how you can get new customers, grow your business, and go out there and do a kick-ass job and make a ton of money. Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna be talking about how you can land every single job in your service business. Doesn't matter if it's pressure washing, okay, contracting, landscaping, window cleaning, whatever little small business, small service business you have. I'm gonna tell you guys how you guys can pretty much land every single job. Okay, this is what's worked for me. A lot of you guys know I've been in business for almost 4 years in the pressure washing business in my city. I've been on YouTube filming and talking about pressure washing and how you can grow your small business. Things that's worked for me, how I've gotten to where I am, because I've come from pretty much nothing as far as growing my business. Okay, so I've had a huge journey in my business, and I use this channel as a platform to share with you guys what's worked for me and how you guys can cut the learning curve and so on and so forth. Okay, so I'm gonna get right into it. I'm gonna stop wasting you guys' time. The number one thing that you can do to land pretty much every single job, if not 9 out of 10 jobs, is to do one thing that I don't think too many people are doing right now. I might be preaching to the choir, but you'd be surprised, okay? And that is to meet your customers in person estimates. I kind of talked about this in my last video, but what you guys need to understand, there's a lot of really bad information out there from several different people on YouTube. You know, they talk about efficiency in your business. They talk about, you know, what you really need to do in your business is set up a way for clients to get quick quotes. We're in the Amazon era where people want to get a quote, get a price, book, have the people there the next day, and yada, 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 quick. I totally understand that. A lot of businesses, there's a lot of people that operate that way. There's some eras and, you know, products that I buy that I like to operate that way. But when it comes to service businesses, when it comes to, you know, the product or service that you're offering has to do with going in or around someone's home, there's a lot of moving parts around that. There's a lot of trust that goes into that. I mean, you can kind of put yourselves in the shoes of a homeowner or, you know, a person that has a huge home. They don't really care about the price. Okay, there's a lot of different things that go into who that person is gonna hire. I wouldn't be surprised if price is probably the third or fourth most important thing that they care about. The first most important thing is, can they trust this person? Do they trust this person or company in or around their home with all their toys, their gadgets? Maybe their kids are there. Can that person trust this company, okay? The second thing that they probably care about is, do they do a good job? Do they look them up online on all their reviews there, okay? Do they have a reputation? Do they have a history? How long have they been in business? Insurance. There's several different things that most homeowners, or, you know, most people that have wealth, bigger homes, nicer clientele, not to say that people that don't have nicer homes aren't nice clientele, but you can kind of get what I'm saying, that the best thing for you to do is to show yourself in person when you're getting a new call on your business. Because like I said, most homeowners, they want to be able to trust the person that is in or around their home. They want to be able to know that they're going to do a good job. Price might be the third or fourth most important thing to most homeowners when they're choosing a service business. I know when I first started my business, I kind of gave into the thing where I was like, okay, the best thing I can do to be most efficient with my business is to remote quote. As soon as I get a call, hey Austin, I'm looking for a quote on some house washing. Can you come over and give me an estimate? Oh, sure thing. Well, look, you know, most of my customers, they really appreciate quick quotes. If you can just give me the address, I can get the square footage online. I can get you an address. I'll get it all sent in a text link to you where you can open up the estimate and it'll be all there, and I'll follow up with you after. I would lose a lot of estimates in the last 3 years, and just going back on my analytics on my computer, all the jobs that I've lost have really been from doing remote estimates. And I can kind of get it, you know, when you're busy, sometimes you kind of have to send a remote estimate or what have you, but there's just great power in meeting your clients in person. You get several opportunities when you meet your clients in the first time. This is crucial, this is necessary, especially when you're brand new. You can't afford to just send a remote estimate to someone who decided to call you instead of your competitor for an estimate, and you're just gonna send them a few number estimate and just cross your fingers and hope that it goes well and they'll call you back. When you get the call for an estimate, what you really need to be doing is you need to get excited. You need to be able to have power on the phone, control the conversation, and just, you know, be able to on the phone say, hey, let's set up a time for me to come meet in person. I'd love to shake your hand and walk around the property and really get an idea of what you're looking to have done. Set the appointment, get the in-person estimate done there, because the reality is when you meet your client in person, you have several opportunities. One, the person that you meet, they get to have a feel of who they're doing business with, okay? That's when you put on a show, okay? It is game time, baby. When you meet a person that decides to call your business, if you're brand new, you should be excited right now. You need to go over there and put on a literal show. Walk around the property. The first thing you do when you get there is shake your hand, turn on your personality, whether that's cracking jokes, asking them where they're from, complimenting their house. You know, maybe they're wearing a University of Texas Longhorns shirt, you know, complimenting them on that, and like, oh yeah, I'm a big fan of that. whatever you got to do, build a rapport, build a connection there, and go around the home. You want to get them nodding their head. You want to get them smiling. You want to get them laughing. You want to get comfortable with them, because at the end of the day, they're trying to hire a service and there's going to be some money exchanged, and it's kind of a big deal for most homeowners. So when you show up in person, it gives you the opportunity to really sell yourself. Okay, that's going to give you the best chances of winning an estimate, because there's a lot of homeowners that might not care about the price. If you show up in person and you can kind of show who they're doing business with, there's a lot of people that factor in trust into that equation too. Also, when you get there, you know, let's say you get the call on one service, okay? I don't know, maybe you're a landscaper and you get the call for mowing, okay? But then you get the opportunity to pick out other things on their yard that need work. Maybe the bushes need to get trimmed. Maybe there needs to be some mulching, some weed eating, and then weeding, right? Pulling weeds. Or if you're in pressure washing, they call for the house washing. Maybe you see the window cleaning that needs to get done. Maybe you see the gutter cleanings or the concrete cleanings. You get the opportunities to pick other things that need to be done and then package them up and offer more value. There's been several times where I'll send a remote estimate and it would be cheaper than the estimate that they got, but the other estimate that they got had more value, because my guess is that person went to that house, saw everything, saw the whole scope of work, build massive value and rapport, and built a relationship with that person, and then sent a huge estimate that says, hey, look, not only will we do the house washing that you called for, but we're gonna do all these other things that you wanted or that we talked about. That's gonna give you your best value. See, there's a lot of clients out there that are not just looking for the best price. Values into it, the total scope of the work, the relationship, you know, picking and choosing that company who they can actually trust on their home. Myself being a homeowner soon, I'm not gonna really care too much about the price. I want someone who I can trust and someone who's gonna do a fantastic job. Like I said, for me, price might be third or fourth most important, but not to say that there isn't straight price shoppers out there that's just going off the price. But honestly, you and I both know that's not the kind of client that you wanna attract. We don't wanna go on straight price clients. Now, like I said, I have a lot of clients that are just worried about the price, and that's fine. If they decide to choose me, that's great. I'm not the cheapest in town. And the point of this video is the best chances that you can land every single job is to show up in person. You need to show up in person. That gives you the opportunity to build a relationship with that person, you know, let them know that they can trust you, talk about your business, talk about how long you've been doing this. When you get there, you show your expertise, you point out exactly how things are done, and it gives them an opportunity to really showcase your skill set and your knowledge. When I get a call on house washing, people think I'm just gonna, you know, straight pressure wash the home, and that's what most people think. But when you get there, okay, you tell them, hey, look, that's not really how things are done nowadays. You know, we actually do house washing, soft washing. It's a completely different technique, because that mold that you see that's on the on your siding, that algae, all those spores, all that needs to get treated with detergents that's gonna kill those organics. That way it actually gets killed at its root core, and it probably won't come back for the next year or two. Versus if you were to just straight pressure wash it, it might get clean, but it's gonna grow back like that. That kind of stuff builds massive value. That's the kind of thing that's gonna make a new client of yours, a new customer that called you, those are the kind of stuff that's gonna make them end up going with you. So when you do in-person estimates, you show your skill set, you show your knowledge. It's gonna give you the best chances on getting a winning estimate. It also gives you the opportunity to do upselling, right? When you can pick out other stuff that they need to get done, that you say, hey, look, while we're here, let's get those windows done. Let's get that concrete patio done. Let's get that fence done. Okay, that's opportunity for you to add more value into the deal, okay? Things that the homeowner may have not thought about, but now that you're here and you're showing them this and that you're saying, hey, look, these are things that need to get done. These are all things that might make that homeowner sway to going with you, okay? Not only that, not only do you get the opportunity to build relationship and trust with your client, the opportunity to upsell, but you also get really good chances on getting reviews after, okay? When I used to do remote quoting and I'd do jobs, I would get the jobs, you know, 50-50, I'd land the jobs on remote quoting, but then since there wasn't really no relationship built, because when I get to the house, sometimes the clients aren't there, or maybe, you know, they were there, but it was just a quick hi and bye. I do the job and I leave. There's not too much time for relationship building. So when I ask for that review at the end, sometimes I don't get it because there's no relationship built. It was just all based on transactions, the service for money. That it was just a complete transaction. That's not the kind of business that you should be doing, and it's not the business that I'm going to be doing going forward. I've completely changed the way I'm doing business this year. It is going to be 100% building relationships with the clients. I'm going to be showing up in person for every single estimate, and if they can't wait, if they want to get the price right then and there, and they want to go ahead and hire someone, then that's fine. I'm just looking at my analytics for the last few years and looking at all the money that I missed out out on and correlating that to all being remote estimates, I'm okay if someone calls me and I can't give them a price right then and there and they choose someone else, because the vast majority of the jobs that I've lost in the last few years have been to me not showing up. So if one person can't wait for me to get there in the next day or so, then unfortunately I'm not going to be doing business with them. But I can tell you right now that this is going to be a complete game changer. It's going to disrupt what a lot of people are thinking right now with service industry. It's a relationship business. At the end of the day, we are providing a great product and service, but if you want this client to constantly refer you, to post about you, to talk about you, you must show up and you must show your face, get the job done, and build a great relationship with that client. That's going to be a client for years and years to come. Whereas if you just treat it like a transaction, probably going to be a one and done, and they might just forget about you. So do yourself, do your family, and do your business a favor. Show up on every single call you get. If you get to the point where you're in person and you've built all that value, you sell the client on your business and yourself and let them know that you're the right person for the job. You talk about pricing and you put them on the schedule right there. I am not leaving my estimates without them being put on the schedule. I will talk about pricing, which is one of the things that some people have a hard time talking about, because some people, you know, it's hard for them to tell a person it's going to be $1,000 to wash their house. At the end of the day, it's hard to tell someone it's $1,000 to wash their house if you've built no value on your services, on how things work and everything. If you just straight up say it's going to be $1,000 to wash your house, I would probably be like, if I didn't know any better, like, holy hell, I don't know about that. But it's a lot different when they completely understand the whole process and the entire scope of work. That actually does not seem like that much money, and you do not leave the house without putting them on the schedule. That strategy right there is going to get you 90% of your jobs. If you continue with remote quoting, just stop. Do yourself a favor, do your family and your business a favor, show up in person and get that job. I hope y'all enjoyed this quick tip of the day. If you guys are not subscribed to my channel, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. My goal is to continue to give back on YouTube and continue to provide as much value as possible, to share with you guys what's working with me, where I'm at with my businesses, and how I'm growing my businesses. And I just hope to continue to relay that on YouTube. So hopefully I can help anyone who's in the same position or looking to get started in their business journey. With that being said, I'm going to be out of here, guys. Peace out.